The cafe smelled like caramel and warm bread, the kind of place where laughter stayed longer than people. You sat by the window, fingers wrapped around a mug, watching your boyfriend talk animatedly about something that made no sense but still made you smile. You're not even listening, are you? I am. You just talk too fast. He laughed, reaching across the table to flick your forehead gently. Liar, you always do that face when you are lost. Your lips curved anyway. Moments like this felt safe, easy, like this was how life was supposed to be. Did you eat properly today? Yes, mom. I am serious. You forget when you are busy. You rolled your eyes but nodded anyway. These small things, his concern, his attention, made you feel chosen, safe. The bell above the cafe door rang loudly, breaking the moment. Songa, Mina, and Somin entered. There are you. We have been looking for you everywhere. They slid into the chairs beside you without waiting for permission. Already stealing fries from Taehoong's plate. Hey, I ordered those. Sharing is caring. You laughed, leaning back in your chair, watching the four people you loved most argue over food like it was the most important thing in the world. So, when are you two finally admitting you are inseparable? You felt your cheeks warm. We just like spending time together. Taehoong glanced at you, eyes soft. Is that a crime? Disgusting. I'm leaving. But she didn't. None of you did. You stayed there for hours, talking about nothing and everything, work stress, random gossip, future trips that felt possible because you were imagining them together. Later, the five of you walked through the streets as evening settled in. The city lights flickered on one by one, and Taehoong's jacket rested loosely around your shoulders. I told you, I'm not cold. Just wear it. You look up at him, confused. You are wearing a sweater. Still, you don't argue. You never did when it comes to things like this. At the corner where Somin, Mina, and Songa turned back, they waved dramatically. Movie night tomorrow. Don't cancel. And don't be late. We won't. No promises. When they disappeared down the street, the world felt quieter. Taehoong laced his fingers with yours as you walked. You were quiet today. Was I? A little. You shrugged, just tired. He stopped walking for a moment, turning to face you fully. If something's wrong, you will tell me, right? You made his eyes sincere. Of course, and you meant it. Then his phone rang and something important came up. So he said sorry and turned back and you went to your apartment. That night, you stood your balcony, phone pressed to your ear as the city hummed below. I'm sorry I couldn't come in your home. It's okay. You sounded busy. Work's been crazy lately. Just don't forget to rest. There was a pause, brief but unnoticeable. If you weren't paying attention, I won't. Sleep early, okay? Good night. Good night. You stared at the dark sky after the call ended, a small smile lingering on your lips. Everything felt steady, familiar, like love that had settled into routine without losing its warmth. The next morning, rushing into your office building, you nearly collided with someone near the elevator. You look at him, he's Jungkook, your colleague. Oh, I'm sorry. The coffee in your hand tilted dangerously, but a firm, gentle grip steadied it. Careful. His voice was calm, almost quiet. He stepped back immediately, giving you space. Thank you, really. Jungkook nodded once, eyes lingering on your face for a second longer than necessary before the elevator doors slid open. You are welcome. You stepped inside and went towards your desk. And busy at work after some time, you glanced at the time because tonight your dinner plan with Taehoong. That evening, you go back to your apartment. After some time, Taehoong texted, cancelling dinner. Sorry, running late again. You type back quickly, of course, don't worry. You lay on your bed afterward, staring at the ceiling, convincing yourself that this was normal, that love didn't disappear just because life got busy. You closed your eyes, believing you were happy. You didn't see the small cracks yet, but they had already begun. Morning sunlight flitted into your room as your phone buzzed on the bedside table. You reached for instantly, half awake, heart lifting when you saw Taehoong's name. Morning, busy day today. You sat up, rubbing your eyes. Good morning. Don't forget breakfast. The typed dots appeared, disappeared. appears again. I will try. You stared at the screen for a moment longer than necessary before locking it. He used to send voice notes, a little jokes, compliments about traffic. Now his message felt trimmed, like he was cutting part of himself away. You get ready and go to your work. At work, you tried to focus, but your thoughts kept drifting. When you stood to grab coffee, you noticed the same quiet man from before at the machine. Sleeve rolled up, dark hair slightly messy, like he had run his hands through it too many times. You hesitated. Oh, hi. Jungkook looked up surprised, then nodded politely. Hi. There was an awkward pause as the machine whirred. Thanks again for the other day. You're welcome. He took his cup and stepped aside, but before walking away, he glanced at you. You look tired. The words were invasive, just observant. You smiled out of habit. Long week, Jungkook nodded as he understood without asking further. Take care, and then he left. You stood there for a second, oddly comforted by the fact that someone had noticed. Then your phone buzzed. Taehyung texted, ready for dinner tonight at our restaurant. You smiled and felt relaxed. That evening, you waited at the restaurant you and Taehyung used to love. The table was by the window, just like always. You checked the time again and again. I'm here, no reply. 10 minutes passed, then 20. You finally called. Hey, are you coming? There was noise in the background, laughter, music. I got caught up. Something came up. You swallowed. You said we had dinner tonight. I know, I'm sorry. Can we do this another time? You looked at the empty chair across from you. Sure. Thank you for understanding. The call ended quickly, too quickly. You sat there for a long moment, forcing yourself not to cry in public. When the waiter came, you smiled and asked for the bill of your coffee, then stand up and leave the cafe. On your way out, the rain started suddenly, heavy and cold. You stood under the awning, hugging yourself, unsure whether to laugh or break down. A shadow stopped beside you. You didn't bring an umbrella. You turned, surprised. I didn't think it would rain. Jungkook held out his jacket, folded neatly. Take this. You froze. No, I can't. You will catch a cold. There was no insistence in his voice, no pressure, just concern. Slowly, you took it. Thank you. I will return it. No rush. You stood under the rain together in silence for a moment. Do you live nearby? Yes. You nodded, unsure what else to say. I hope your day was better than mine. Jungkook looked at you, eyes soft. It will be. He didn't explain, he didn't stay longer than necessary. He simply stepped back into the rain and walked away, and you walked back to your apartment. That night, you lay in bed, Jungkook's jacket folded beside you. It still smelled faintly like cologne and something warm, safe. Your phone buzzed. Home, exhausted. You stared at the message. Did you eat? There was no reply. You turned your phone face down and hugged your knees, unsure why tears finally slipped down your cheeks. For the first time, you felt lonely while still being in a relationship, and somewhere deep inside, a quiet realization formed you were starting to break slowly. One evening, you sat on your bed scrolling through old photos without realizing it, smiling selfies, blurry pictures from late nights, screenshots of silly arguments you once laughed about. You stopped at one where Taehyung had his arm wrapped tightly around you, forehead pressed to yours. You whispered to yourself, barely audible. When did this start slipping? Your phone buzzed before you could think further. Are you free tomorrow? Your heart reacted faster than your mind. Yes, all day. A few seconds passed. Okay, I will let you know. You stared at the message, confusion creeping in. Let you know what? You typed erase, then finally sent something safer. I miss you. The message showed as seen, no reply came. The next day at work, you tried to down yourself in tasks, but your focus kept breaking. During lunch, Songa called. You sound tired. You pressed the phone between your ear and shoulder. Just work. That's not how you sound when it's just work. You sighed, sitting down. Taehyung's been busy lately. Busy how? You hesitated. I don't know. Just busy. Songa didn't push, but her silence said enough. If you need me, I'm here. You know that, right? I know. After the call ended, you walked for water and nearly bumped into someone again this time. You managed to stop in time. Jungkook was there, leaning against the counter, scrolling through his phone. Careful. You let out a small laugh, embarrassed. I should really start watching where I am going. Jungkook put his phone away roughly. You nodded before you could stop yourself, then froze, surprised at your own honesty. Sorry, I didn't mean to. It's okay. He filled his glass, then passed. You don't have to explain. Something about that makes your shoulders relax. Thank you for the jacket. I washed it. You didn't have to. I wanted to. There was a short silence, comfortable, not awkward. Did you get home safer that night? You looked at him, a little surprised. Yes. Jungkook nodded as if that mattered. Then you both go back to work. That evening, Taehoon finally called. Hey, you sat up immediately. You said you had let me know. Right, about tomorrow, something came up again. Your fingers tightened around the phone. Again? Don't make it sound like that. Like what? Taehoon exhaled. You were overthinking. The words stung more than you expected. I just wanted time with you. I am doing my best. You wanted to ask what his best actually looked like. No, but you didn't. Okay. The call ended quietly. Later that night, you couldn't sleep. Your phone buzzed again. Don't be upset. We are fine. You read it again and again. You whispered into the night. Are we? You sat on your bed and thinking about Taehoon. You finally cried, not loud, not dramatically, just silent tears soaking into your pillow as one truth settled deep in your chest. Love shouldn't make you feel alone, and for the first time, you wondered how long could you keep pretending everything was fine. The morning air was crisp but heavy. Today is your day off. The past few days had been unbearable. Taehoon's distance, his cold messages, and the feeling that something was wrong. When your phone buzzed with Minha and Somin's text, inviting you to meet at your favorite cafe, you didn't hesitate. We need to see you today. Coffee? Yes, we are worried. Don't say no. By the time you arrived, both of them were already there, seated at the corner table with steaming mugs of coffee. They looked at you with those concerned eyes that seemed to see straight through your face. Finally, you have been avoiding us. I have just been tired. Tired or upset? Be honest with us. She sighed, sinking into the chair. Both, I guess. There was a moment of silence before Somin spoke, her tone careful. Where's Songa? I thought she had been here. You frowned. I don't know. Did she say something to you? I called her. She said she's busy with work. Busy? She always makes time for us. Minha glanced at you again, her voice gentle now. But look at you. You are shrinking yourself. This isn't you. You swallowed. Why don't you go to Taehyung's place? You look up surprised. What? He's your boyfriend. It's your right to know why he's distancing himself. Don't just wait. Your heart skipped, anxiety mixing with hope. Maybe I should talk to him. Somin nodded. At least then you will know the truth. You spent a few more hours together, the conversation lighter now, though your mind was already elsewhere when Minna's phone buzzed. She glanced at the screen and stood abruptly. Girls, I'm sorry. Something urgent came up. I have to go. Is everything okay? Yes, I will call you later. She left quickly, not explaining further. You watched her go, a strange feeling settling in your chest. She was acting weird. You shook your head, standing up. It's fine. I'm heading home too. Outside, you hailed a taxi and gave your address. As the car moved, your reflection stared back at you from the window uncertainly, tired but determined. Halfway home, your fingers tightened around your bag. Driver, can you change the address? Soon, the car stopped in front of Taehyung's apartment building. Your heart pounded as you stepped out, legs heavy but moving anyway. This was your right, you told yourself. You knocked, footsteps approached, the door opened, and Taehyung stood there, surprise flashing across his face. You? What are you doing here? You smiled faintly, trying to keep things normal. Why can't I come to meet you? His expression shifted instantly. He stepped forward, blocking the doorway. I told you we had meet tomorrow. Before you could respond, a voice came from inside, a girl voice you knew too well. Taehyung, who is it? Your breath caught. She appeared behind him, wearing his hoodie, sleeves covering his hands. Her eyes widened when she saw you. Songa, what are you doing here? Taehyung turned toward her, then back to you, panic rising. Wine, listen, I will explain. Songa stood there frozen, lips parted but no word coming out. Understanding crashed into you all at once. Every cancelled plan, every late reply, every excuse. You laughed softly, broken. So that's why your behavior changed. Your voice shocked, but you didn't stop. How long have you been cheating on me? It's not like that. You raised your hand, forget it. I don't want to hear anything. You turned to leave. Please, stop. It's just complicated. You looked back at him. Tears finally spilling. What's complicated? Our relationship or this one? He reached for your hand instinctively. When the sound echoed sharply as your palm connected with his cheek. Don't touch me. Sonka whispered your name trembling. You didn't look at her. You walked away. Every step feeling like glass beneath your feet. Behind you, Taehyung called out again, desperate, but you didn't stop. The elevator door closed, sealing the moment. As the building disappeared behind you, you just tightening painfully. The person you trusted the most and the friend who knew all your words and destroyed you together. That night, the city lights blurred through your tears as one truth settled deep inside you. Some betrayals don't scream, they smile until the moment they break you. The nights followed you whole. You didn't remember how you got home, only the sound of your door closing behind you and the way your legs gave out immediately after. You slid down against the wall, knees to your chest, breathing unevenly. Like your lungs had forgotten how to work, your phone started buzzing almost instantly. Tehu's call missed. Please talk to me. It's not what you think. You laugh soft, broken. It's exactly what I think. You turned the phone face down and pressed your forehead against your knees. The image wouldn't leave your mind. Songa, his hoodie, his apartment. The way they both froze when you walked in as if the truth itself had caught them by the throat. A few minutes later, another vibration. Ryan, please let me explain. That one hurt more than Taehyung's messages. You whispered into the empty room. You were my safe place. Tears came freely now. You were just aching as if something had been torn out and left bleeding. You didn't scream, you didn't throw anything. You just sat there, breathing quietly. You dragged yourself to bed but couldn't lie down. Every corner of the room reminded you of a vision of yourself that trusted so easily. The next morning, your eyes were swollen, your head throbbing. You went to work anyway, moving through the day like a ghost. People talked to you. You responded, but nothing really reached you. During your break, you stepped outside for air, hands trembling slightly as you tried to steady your breathing. That's when you heard his voice. You don't look okay, you turned startled. Jungkook stood a few steps away, a concern written openly on his face. No curiosity, no judgment, just worry. You tried to smile, I'm fine. He didn't argue. He just held out a bottle of water. You are shaking. Your hand brushed his as you took it. That small human contact shattered the last of your control. Tears spilled before you could stop them. You looked away embarrassed. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. It's okay. His voice was steady, grounding. You don't have to apologize for being hurt. That did it. You sat down on the step, shoulders shaking as everything you had been holding in finally collapsed. Jungkook sat beside you, not too close, not too far. He didn't touch you. He didn't ask questions. He just stared. After a while, your breathing slowed. My boyfriend cheated on me. The words tasted bitter. With my best friend. Jungkook's jaw tightened slightly, but his voice stayed calm. I'm sorry. You laugh weakly. Everyone keeps saying that because it's true. Silence stretched again. I keep thinking I wasn't enough. Jungkook turned to you then. That's a lie your pain is telling you. You looked at him, eyes red. How do you know? Because people who betrayed don't do it because of what they lack in you. They do it because of what they lack in themselves. Something in your chest loosened when your break ended. Jungkook walked you back inside before leaving. He spoke quietly. If you need someone, I'm here. You nodded, unable to speak. That evening, Taehyung showed up at your apartment. You didn't open the door. You sat on the floor as his knocks echoed through the hallway. Please, Ryan, just talk to me. You wrapped your arms around yourself. Go away. He stayed for a long time. You didn't open the door. When the building finally went quiet again, You checked your phone. A single message from Jungkook waited there. Did you get home safe? Tears filled your eyes, but this time they didn't hurt as much. Yes, thank you for today. Rest. You don't have to be strong tonight. You placed the phone on your chest and stared at the ceiling. For the first time since everything broke, you didn't feel completely alone. Your phone stayed on silent most of the time, yet the notification kept piling up whenever you checked. Please meet me once. I made a mistake. I never meant to hurt you. You stared at the screen for a long moment, then locked your phone without replying to any of them. After some time, the doorbell rang. Your heart clenched immediately. You were sure it was Taehyung again. You stood slowly, wiping your face, but before you reached the door, your phone buzzed. Open the door. You opened it. Somin and Minha stood there with take-out bags in their hands. No questions, no shock, just a quiet presence. You stepped aside, letting them in. They sat you feet on the floor, leaning against the couch, opening the food slowly like nothing was broken even though everything was. For a while no one spoke. Minha finally turned to you. Are you okay? Your lip trembled. I don't know what I am doing now. It hurts so much. Your voice cracked. I never believed Songa could do this to me. Tears slipped down your cheeks before you could stop them. Mina immediately pulled you into her arms. Don't cry for people who don't deserve your tears. You sobbed quietly against her shoulder, hands gripping her clothes. You wiped your face after a moment, taking a shaky breath. Somewhere inside, I was already prepared for this. Somi looked at you carefully. Taehyung's behavior told me everything. I just didn't want to accept it. Somi nodded slowly. You loved honestly. That's not your fault. Somi studied your face, then smiled gently. Just don't overthink. Try to relax yourself. They stayed for a while longer, talking about small things, letting you breathe again. When they finally left, the apartment felt quiet but not empty. The next morning, you took a few days off from work. You didn't want anyone to see your swollen eyes or ask questions you weren't ready to answer. When Jungkook found out about your leave, your phone rang. Are you okay? You hesitated, then asked her softly. I'm fine. If you need anything at all, just tell me. You swallowed. Thank you, don't worry. You ended the call gently and spent the rest of the day locked in your apartment, heart heavy, thoughts locked. That evening, you sat alone in the living room, a coffee mug curled in your hands. Out of habit, you opened social media and froze. A picture filled your screen, Taehyung and Songa together, smiling, happy, no shame, no guilt. Your breath shook, tears fell into the coffee as you whispered, they did this to me, and they are happy. You stared at the screen for a long time. Then something inside you stopped. Your voice came out steadier, firmer. If they don't feel guilty, if they are not sad about losing me, you wipe your tears slowly. Then why am I crying? You just rose and fell. They did wrong and they are happy. A bitter smile touched your lips. I did nothing wrong, so why should I suffer? Silence answered you, but for the first time, it didn't hurt. The next morning, you stood in front of the mirror. You applied makeup carefully, hiding the exhaustion, straightening your posture. You chose yourself at the office. Heads turned when you entered. Vian, I heard you were on leave. Why are you here? You smiled calmly. I was a little sick. I am okay now. She nodded, smiling back. Jungkook noticed you from across the room. He looked surprised because you looked different, stronger. Everything okay? You nodded. Yeah, I focused a few things. You smiled slightly. I felt useless, staying sad, so I came back. Jungkook smiled. That's good. Best of luck. He turned to walk away. You stopped him. Jungkook, he turned back, eyebrows raised in surprise. Will you go for a coffee with me? Jungkook blinked, clearly confused. Coffee? You smiled softly. Just to say thank you. You support me every time. For a second, he searched your face, then smiled. Okay, why not? As you walked beside him, you realized something quietly powerful. You weren't walking toward love yet. You were walking back to yourself. After that day, you made a quiet decision, one you didn't announce, one you didn't explain to anyone. You stepped back, not because you were weak, but because you were tired of pleading for people who never felt the pain they caused. Love has hurt you. Relationships had broken you in ways words couldn't explain. So this time, you choose yourself. You stopped wondering why things happened. You focused on mornings where you woke up without dread, evenings where your chest didn't ache as much, and nights where you learned how to sit with your thoughts without falling apart. Jungkook noticed the change immediately. He never pushed, never questioned, never tried to become something you weren't ready for. That was the moment you realized something important about him. Jungkook never tried to fill the space Taehyung left. He never tried to become your healer. He simply stood beside you, steady, patient, safe, and that mattered more than any confession ever could. Somin and Minha become your anchors. Movie nights return, not forced, not heavy, just laughter, shared snacks, and moments where you forget the weight you once carried. You laugh more now. You smile because I stopped waiting for someone to ruin my peace. Minha reached over, squeezing your hand. You're stronger than you think. And you realize something quietly beautiful. Not every story needs romance to be complete. Not every happy ending needs a relationship. Sometimes happiness looks like friends who show up without being asked, a man who respects your boundaries without resentment, people who feel like home, not heartbreak. Jungkook, Minha, and Somin become your family not by blood, not by love, but by presence. When you needed help, they was there. When you doubt yourself, they remind you of who you were without making you dependent on him. One evening, as the four of you walked together under street lights, Somin talked loudly. Minha laughed and Jungkook listened quietly beside you. You felt it then. Peace, not the kind that comes from being chosen romantically, but the kind that comes from being respected, trusted, and safe. You trusted them, and for the first time in a long time, that was enough. Love didn't save you, friendship did.